Hi, welcome to the video. Before we start, if you want to watch this video in Hindi, then use the link in the pinned comment. अगर आपको ये वीडियो हिंदी में देखना है तो कृपया pinned comment में दिए गए लिंक का उपयोग करें. Hi, my name is Adnan. I am Director Digital Commerce at Global Inker, and over the past few months, I had been actively doing webinars and workshops and talking to business owners about criticality and importance of being AI understandable. And many of those business owners have been reaching out to me with a request that we want to understand whether our business is AI understandable or not. Now, in order to help all of you, we have created a self-assessment checklist using which you will be able to check for yourself whether your business is AI understandable or not. So I'm going to walk you through how you are going to use this checklist. So let's move ahead without spending any more of your valuable time. Let's understand how you are going to use this self-assessment checklist. So this is the self-assessment checklist, what you're seeing on your screen. And the first section is the information section, wherein you have to type your company name, your name, email ID, and the mobile number. And after that, you have to click on next, which will take you to the next section. This is the identity or who you are section. So this basically checks whether AI is properly able to understand who you are. Now that's where the first question is, do you have the following pages on your website? Now, this is where you have to be a little truthful and honest when you're doing this self-assessment. And one point which I've highlighted here, that if you have a page, but if the number of words which are there on that page are less than 350, then you should consider it as non-existent because the content is way too thin and it will not help you with AI understandability. So if the word count or the number of words which are there on that page, if they are more than 350, then you should consider it yes. So for example, if you have about us page and on the about us page you have, let's say, 200 words or 100 words, so in that case you can say that it is very thin content and you should not be selecting this here. Now if let's imagine you have a about us page and you have a leadership team page and you have a contact us page. So like this, you have to select the options and then you have to move to the next section. In this section, this is the only activity that we have to do. The next section is the capability section. This is where it talks about what do you do. And this is where there are a few questions that we have to answer. The first question is, do you have a product or service overview page, or a product category page, or a service overview page? Now, what is a product category page? So a product category page is basically a page where all the products are listed. In fact, I can show you. So this is a category listing page or a category page where all the products that are of a particular category. Now, it is not necessary that you should have different category. Ideally, if you're dealing in different category, you should have that. But even if you are dealing in one type of product, then our product will become that category page. And this is where you will have all the listings of the product. So if you have this kind of page, then you should select yes. If you don't have this kind of page, then you should select no. So this is where if you have this kind of page, then select yes. If you don't have that kind of page or category page, then you should select no. Then we have individual product pages. Now, on many websites, I have seen that this is missing. A product detail page is where it is an individual page only about a particular product or service. Let me show you an example. So this is an example of a product detail page. This is where you can see it is only about this particular product, which is sandalwood chips. And this is where it has its image, its title, its description. So there's a product detail page only about a particular product. So if you have this kind of pages on your website, then you should select yes, else you should select no. So here again, we will select yes. Now comes the product detail page, information elements. So even if you have a product detail page, but if it does not have the information elements, then it will not give you benefit. So the first one is name of the product or service, problem it solves. So if you have that information, now this is where you have to be truthful and honest. If you have that information, you select it. Who is it for? What are the benefits? What are the specifications? If there are FAQs, you have added, and call to action. Call to action is basically a button for people to connect with you, take action. So whether it is order or sending an inquiry. Now here the call to action is send inquiry. So we have selected that, and once you have selected the appropriate options, this is where you have to click on next and move to the next section, which is trust. Now with regards to trust, again you have to do the same exercise. You have to check on your website whether you have the enough information which gives trust signals to AI. Now, what are the pages that should be there? So, pages like certifications, pages like testimonials, case studies, customer success stories, support process, escalation process, blog articles, privacy policy, terms and condition. So, those kind of pages. So, which all pages are existent on your website, you should select them. So I'm selecting these. Now this is where again the same principle applies. If there is a page but the number of words which are there on that page are less than 350, then you should not be selecting it here. All right, so we'll move to the last section. This is the technical readiness section. And this is where there are a few tests that you have to do, because even if everything is right in the other 3 tests that we did, if this is wrong, then your AI understandability will be compromised and you'll not get any benefit. So what are the tests? The first is checking indexing. Now, how do you check indexing? So you have to basically go to Google and you have to type your domain. Now, this is an example which I'm showing to you. So if you see this person, that means none of the pages are indexed, which is a critical issue, or the pages are indexed. Now, the second scenario can be that less number of pages. You have 50 pages on your website, but only 10 are showing or 5 are showing. So that is also concerning. And if all the pages are showing, that is the ideal scenario. So again, no pages are showing, some pages are showing, or all pages are showing. Understand that and then select an appropriate option. So I'm selecting some pages are showing. The next test is for schema. This is very important, and this is where we have to not only test whether the schema is there, we have to also check whether it is right or not. So I'll show you how you can check whether it is right or not. So schema is the language which is used by AI to understand the information which you have added on your website. How do you check for schema? So for that, you have a schema validator. We have also provided the link here, so you can open the link. This is where you have to copy paste the link of a product detail page. So let's take this product as an example and we'll run the test. And this is where we can see the results. So organization and product, they are important. So if you have organization and it is telling that this product belongs to this organization, and similarly for product, it is type is product. So this is where it is telling AI that it is a product. So if you have this schema, if you have product and organization, that is okay. You may have this kind of a scenario wherein the schema is there. So this is where we have schema. So schema is there, but you can see it is not the product schema. So even in this case, it will not help. Or if it is no items detected, even in that case, it will not help. So you should check whether you have schema. Even if you have schema, you have to ensure that it is organization and product. If it is not organization and product, especially for the product, because the search is happening for the product. So that is the schema check that we have to do. The next one is the page speed check. So page speed, you have to basically go to this website, page speed, and copy paste your URL, and it will analyze and show you. So you have to ensure that the speed is above 50. That is moderate. If it is above 90, that is good. If it is 50 to 89, it is average. And if it is below 50, that's where it is concerning. So you have to ensure that it is somewhere here or here. If it is here, that's where it is concerning. So again, you have to select an appropriate option. And then once you are done, then you have to click on submit. So you will click on submit. Now here you'll see there's a button which says view score. So you have to click on view score and it will show you. So based on the answers I provided, my current score is 10 out of 100, which means my business is not AI understandable. It is critical. So you should, I should be working on making my business AI understandable. So I hope this should help you in understanding whether your business is AI understandable or not. But still, if you have questions, if you would want to get onto a personal one-on-one consultation, then you can reach out to us. I'll drop a link using which you can schedule a one-on-one session with me. You will find that link in the description of this video.